Hey y'all, okay, it's Saturday morning and I just got finished with my run walk. I'm currently training to do my first 5K the end of November. And if you're joining me and you are interested in doing a 5K, let me know. We can train together. I can give you tips. It's awesome. I love it. This 5K is a color run, which means at checkpoints they throw color at you and it's really fun. And then it's also for a good cause. It's for Cloud Curbo. He's a very sick little boy. Yesterday he had a transplant. I haven't heard the outcome of that yet, but lots of medical expenses for his family, and so all the proceeds will be going to his family to cover medical expenses. So really excited about that. But today I completed 3.1 miles. I ran about a mile of that and walked because I'm still training. So Saturday morning, and now it's time for my shake. And I wanted to show you guys everything I put in my shake. So at my detox dinner, I'll show you how to do a very, very basic shake, mainly just using the Arbonne protein powder, but there's so much more you can add to it, and I want to explain that. So I do have a Ninja and I love it. I actually have two different types and I love that they kind of go with each other. So I think I'm going to take one to work with me. So I have my cup and my top, and so when you read the directions, it says 9 ounces of non-dairy milk or water to 2 scoops Arbonne powder. Now, I'm not going to drink that much, so I can go less. Also, what I do is I make both of my shakes at the same time because we drink 2 shakes a day. So I just kind of, I'm going to put in 8 ounces, and that's going to cover me for both, well, I guess 9 ounces, both of my drinks. So there's my milk, my non-dairy milk. I like the almond 30 non-sweetened vanilla flavor. That's my favorite. So, okay. And oh, before I do that, I have to do something else. Okay. I have to take my shots. So this is, y'all, I renamed everything. In my house, we're nerds. So this is Reducto, which is a Harry Potter spell. But so it's the weight loss. It's the this is the full control, and you have to do this 30 minutes before you eat for every meal. So I have my little shot glass. Now again, the directions say one way, but I've had to tweak it for myself. And that's the great thing about Arbonne is you can critique it to work for your body. So it says 8 ounces of water and you have 2 minutes to drink it. Well, that's chugging, and I can't chug. So I have my little shot glass of like room tap water, my 1 scoop. I'm gonna pour it in there, and then I take my baby spoon and I stir it up. I'm gonna bring it down so I can stir better. And then, so I still can't chug this, but I can do this in 2 minutes. Now this is a kiwi watermelon flavor. So if you're doing this in 8 ounces of water, it's delicious. If you're doing it in a shot glass, it is quite strong. So I didn't get all of the chunky, so I take my water. And this is ice water. I know it's bad to drink ice water, but that's the only way I would drink water. And then I put a little bit more, just to make sure I get all my goodies. And this really does work. Like normally, like I probably don't need it, but I wanted to try it because of my surgery. But I do feel a difference. Like it does, it like expands in your stomach or something. I don't know. But I mean, it's pretty good. It's just very strong in my shot glass. Okay. So that's I call it my Reducto. I'm gonna put that back up here. Okay, so back to my shake. Now I have to wait 30 minutes before, but that's okay. I've got other things I've got to do before I can drink this. Okay, so there's my milk. And then I'm going to grab my protein. See, I made all of these, y'all. I got these at Walmart, and I have a silhouette. I cut all of these. This is a love spell from Harry Potter. I love vanilla. So, and again, this is both meals for me. So I'm going to put in 4 leveled scoops. And just so you know, this is 1/4 of a cup. So a serving is a 1/2 cup. Just so you know. So I got that. I'm going to put this up. Get it out of my way. All right. And then my fiber, Amorha. It's a spell to make things move. Or is it to unlock? I can't remember. Anyway, I thought it was funny. Now, you got to be careful with the fiber. So a serving is a whole scoop. And especially in the beginning, you don't want to do a whole scoop. You want to do like a 1/2 scoop. So I'm doing a 1/2 scoop, and then I do that through the whole day. I've tried to up it to a whole scoop, and it's just too much for my body. Like it's too much fiber, which is good. That's fine. So that's great. And then I have my Verdi, my greens. That is Latin for green, by the way, because I needed a spell or a potion or something. I had fun. So because I suffer from malnutrition, I do 2 scoops a day. Now, it only says you have to do 1 a day, but for it to be a complete meal replacement, you need 2 scoops. So I do 2 scoops of the green stuff. If you are just starting out with doing the whole shake thing, go light on the greens. It will mess with your head. Just the color will mess with your head because it looks really gross. It's not, and there's really not much flavor to it. Okay, now for the vitamins, you're only supposed to do it once a day. One shake. The greens make it a meal. I had gastric bypass surgery. I have to take 25 vitamins a day. I do 2 scoops a day, and I'm good. I've cut it down to 5 vitamins a day, y'all. I love it. With all this stuff that I put in my shake, 5 vitamins from 25. So I'm happy. And yes, my nutritionist approved of that. Okay, we're going to put... this one is Immunity. Anyone who has read the Iron Druid Chronicles, I'm really into that too. So my vitamins are Immortality. Okay. And then I have Immunity, which are the antioxidants and immunity booster. So I'm just doing this for the extra vitamins because it helps cut out pills for me. I also have my mom do this. She is currently on chemo, which suppresses your immune system. So I have her do the immunity too. All right. And just so you know, this is what it's looking like, y'all. That's my shake so far. Okay. And then I have what I call Beauty. It's the skin elixir. Now you can drink this on your own, but I didn't like it. If I add it to my shake, I can't taste it. Okay. You guys see all this stuff I'm putting in it? Okay. And then the last thing I put is, again, my fun little name is Creativity, and it's Mind Health. Oh, I also try to get my mom to do it because of chemo brain, but she always forgets to add this one. It drives me insane. I'm like, if you added it, then you would remember to add it because it helps with the brain. Okay. Now, for seasoned protein drinkers. Now, this is not an Arbonne product. This is a Walmart product. It's ground flaxseed. I just put a little scoop in there. And that's actually a scoop from one of my Arbonne powders, but it's the perfect size for proportion. And then again, not Arbonne, I put turmeric in it. Not enough where I can taste it. Just a little sprinkle. And that's what my shake looked like. Okay. I haven't added my flavor. I forgot my blueberries. Now, blueberry is my favorite. But you have to be careful with blueberries. It coagulates if it sits too long. It's totally salvageable. You just have to shake it up. But it does become so good. Very thick and weird looking. So there's I put 2 handfuls of blueberries in there, which is about half a cup for me. I measure everything, and then you know, when you measure something so much, you just know what it looks like. Okay. So I got it on there, getting it shook up. Now we're gonna blend. Okay, so I blend it for about 45 seconds until it looks like this. And this is why I'm telling you, if you are not a protein shaker, don't jump in head first with the greens, because it is a very weird color. And it will continue to change throughout the day. So, also, oh, gotta open it up. With the Ninja, it like pressurizes, and so you gotta be careful when you're unscrewing the lid, because some of it will like spew out at you. So that's what it looks like. Okay, but that is going to be not cold. So I'm gonna add some ice cubes to it. It's about 7 ice cubes. It won't turn it, that's not enough to turn it into a slushy. It's just enough to get the whole thing cold. And then we're gonna blend again. I'm gonna pause so you don't have to listen to the blender. Okay, so got my ice all blended up. I can already feel my shake is colder. And hear it releasing the pressure. Okay, now before I pour it into my glass, I always taste it here. Make sure I have enough blueberries or the texture is right. I have found the more liquid you add, the smoother it is. If you aren't adding 12 ounces for every 2 scoops of Arbonne powder, it does have a graininess to it, which if you're doing the flaxseed, it's gonna have a graininess anyway. So, and of course I'm using 4 scoops for 9 ounces. So it's got a lot of texture, but I've come to love that and enjoy that because it's really filling to me. So I made this, I got this from like Walmart or Ross or someplace like that. And it keeps my drink super cold all day. It's like a Yeti cup, but not that expensive. And so I just pour that right on in. Oh, and I made a little bit more than I normally do because I've still got some in here and this is full. Just a sip more, but it's delicious. All right, so I'm gonna put that on there. That's gonna be breakfast. Now don't forget, I have to wait 30 minutes before I can have this. So there's something else I gotta do. And this is super, super, super important. It's another shot. All right, all my party people, y'all are gonna love it. Take shots every day. Okay, well I do anyway. So this is Digestive Plus. This has prebiotics and probiotics that help get the bacteria in your stomach right. So you have 30 minutes to drink this. I just prefer to do a shot. Makes it easier. I mean, it is it's a ginger flavor, so it's really strong, and it takes a little bit longer to start up. But once it hits liquid, you have 30 minutes to get it into your system for it to do its job. A lot of people, I just spilled a little bit, put it in their shake, their morning shake. And if you're going to take your whole shake in 30 minutes, if you can do that, add it. You're not going to taste it at that point. The protein powder and your fruit are going to mask any other flavors. But I can't, it takes me about an hour to do my morning shake. So I can't do that. So then it was like, well, add it to 8 ounces. And I was like, I can't do that. I just do better with the shots. So we got that. Again, some Trunkies. Now to me, it's ginger, so it's got a bit of a kick to it when it's this concentrated. So. One person said they just pour the packet on their tongue. So I tried that. I about died. It was like too much for me. So that's my morning shake. My morning routine, really. The Digestive Plus is probably the most important thing. If you could only get one product from Arbonne, it would have to be the Digestive Plus. There are so many studies, y'all, showing how prebiotics and probiotics help you, and how so many diseases are linked to bacteria levels in your digestive tract. So I was diagnosed with fibromyalgia in 2008, and there are so many studies about what causes fibromyalgia. No one really knows. They don't even have like a certain test yet that says, oh yes, it's fibromyalgia. You get diagnosed because they rule out all the autoimmune diseases and everything else gets ruled out, and then they're like, well, we can't find anything wrong with you, so it just must be fibromyalgia. So then a lot of people think, oh, that's not a real disease because you can't prove it. They're studying it. It is a real disease. It is a real pain. And there are tests they're coming out with, but they're still in the research stage. But new research is also showing that people who have been diagnosed with fibromyalgia, there's a certain imbalance in the gut bacteria. Now, gut bacteria, when it's balanced, is good. There's good bacteria and bad bacteria, and you want it to be balanced. You want the good to outweigh the bad. So they found I think it was like 75% of patients diagnosed with fibromyalgia had low good gut bacteria and high bad gut bacteria, a very specific bacteria at that. 75% had extreme low and high. I think the others were misbalanced still. It just wasn't as extreme as, okay, we can say this is definitely an issue. So your gut bacteria controls your whole body. So if you only could get one product, I would say Digestive Plus, because it just makes it so much easier. The yogurts and things like that are out there, they're normally not concentrated enough to actually assist you, and you have to eat large quantities of dairy to get in what you would need for it to work. And I don't know if you know this, but dairy is really bad for you, and that's a totally another video that I need to go into, because dairy is so bad, and I've known this for years. Do I still eat dairy? Yeah, and that's sad. But you should know what's really going on with your dairy. All right, y'all, I love you. I'm going to go do some yoga or stretching and then start my day and drink my shake. And I hope you guys have a great morning and a great weekend. Bye.